Working on some birthday chores again today. Just here to hang out with everyone. How's everyone doing today? If you're curious as to what I'm doing right now, I'm counting out 70 Ziploc bags to fill with soil for Savannah's party. Let's see, 31. 40. 50. 60. Hey, good morning. All right, that's 70. You know what I really need is like a box to put these in. That would be great. Just a minute, I'm gonna grab a tote for this. Thought I might hang out with you guys today so that this isn't so boring. I've noticed that I really enjoy hanging out with you folks while I do mundane chores. So that's what we're doing. Here, let me show you. There we go. We're going to be filling these Ziploc bags with enough soil to put in here and then plant the wildflowers in. So we're going to be going about that deep and then dumping it in and making a huge mess apparently. Uh-oh, now it doesn't want to close. There we go. Probably should have gotten the air out of that. There we are. Okay. You know what? I have a special scoop that I bought for birdseed that's got this handy little funnel that perhaps we can see how much soil is needed to go into here. You just, nope, that doesn't want to go. That'll just take extra time. Woo. Okay, well that's okay, we tried. That does not work. Okay, we're just gonna have to scoop it and move on. Where's everybody at today? Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Just getting ready to fill party bags today. I've got 70 of these Ziploc bags to fill with potting soil to put in Savannah's party bags. So that's what we're working on. How is everyone this morning? This is going to take a while. Savannah's having her nap over there. So she'll wake up here in a little bit. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. We're just hanging out here today while I work on these party bags. Nothing too crazy. I'm adding some potting soil to these Ziploc bags, and then when everyone paints their pots, they can then fill them with soil when they get home. I've got this Wildflower mix that I'm going to put into these little bags so that they can have something, totally finished when they get home. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be a good party favor. How was everyone this morning? We had kind of a rough start. Savannah didn't sleep very well last night, so she was very fussy this morning. Good morning, Kim. How you doing? I was just saying Savannah had a rough night. Busy doing chores. What chores are you up to? That's what this feels like, putting potting soil into 70 Ziploc bags. The things we do for our kids, huh? Oh, goodness. Kim says, Dad and I were discussing the twins' birthday. Are you guys going to do anything special for that? I know that's coming right up. How did they enjoy Six Flags the other day? Kim says she's washing sheets, doing spot stain removal on the carpets, picking up never-ending toys around the house, and dusting. Yeah. Christian, I woke up Christian a little bit ago. He's home for graduating 8th grade graduation, so he's done for the year. Bella, I noticed on the school calendar, she's going to kind of get the shaft next year because Christian has like 2 weeks off, or like a week and a half off at least. And next year they're going to get like 2 days. You don't really have anything planned yet for their birthday, and they really enjoyed Six Flags. Good. I'm glad. I know you guys go down there a lot. That's really fun for them. I love that they get to do that and that Mike can take them. Hey, A, good morning. I'm doing pretty good. We had a little bit of a rough night last night. Savannah didn't want to, she didn't sleep very well. And so she was kind of a bear this morning when she woke up. But anyway, what I'm working on right now is filling these Ziploc bags with potting soil to stick in the party favor bags for Savannah's birthday. You remember it's a garden party theme. And then we're going to be putting wildflowers in them as well. So he says good morning, but it's night here. Yeah, I need to remember that. It's night for you guys for sure. Did you have a good day at work? Oh, good. A said he had a nice day. Very good. Welcome, everyone. I see some of my quiet friends up there. Feel free to chime into the chat if you want to. No pressure. We're just hanging out. Getting some work done while we visit. Sophia's really excited about painting these pots. She asked if we didn't use them all, if she could paint the rest of them. I told her to have at it. So I imagine that I'll have quite a few painted pots around my house, which is just fine. So these packets are going to be the potting soil that goes into little pots this size. And then we're going to put these little packets, I'm going to put the wildflower mix in so that when the guests leave, they'll have a pot, some soil, and some seeds to make a nice little plant. So I've been putting this chore off for days and days. And then I realized that this is Tuesday and the party's on Saturday, and this is still end of year stuff for the kids at school. And so I needed to get on it because it's going to take a while. And I don't know. There's just so much to do for these parties. Oh, also I got these to go in the party bag. So these are cool. I love it. Yes, A, you're correct. And then they're going to be in this little brown bag. So once I get all these the soil packets filled, I'll fill the little packets with the seeds, and then we'll put together the bags. I'm doing 70 of them. It's kind of a big deal. I have a very large family, and I've got a large church family too, so a good amount of them are invited. My family is invited and coming. A few of Matt's family are coming. Not very many. My brother-in-law had some confusion, and so he doesn't have time off of work after all, so now he can't come with his boys. So A's asking if this is a return gift. Yes. Yeah. Basically, that's what it is. So over here, generally speaking, at a kid's birthday party, you give party favors for coming, and to the kid's birthday party. So the guests will bring presents for the kid, and then usually the family will give a return gift back to the guests. So I'm not giving one to everybody, but it's basically to anyone who wants to paint a pot, or if they don't want to paint a pot but just want to take a pot home, they can sure have one. Because, I mean, we're going to have plenty, but I would rather have too many than too few and someone not get any. So, but yeah, basically it's a return gift. Do you guys do anything like that in India? Is that standard practice there? What happens at birthdays over there? Hey, Patty. Welcome. Good morning. A says they give utensils. You mean like forks and spoons? Like, what do you mean you give utensils? It sounds like an interesting tradition. You give jars? Okay. What are they for? Patty, we're talking about different birthday traditions, and A is telling us about what they do in India, because I was explaining how this is a party favor for the guests at Savannah's birthday. We're saying plates and containers, utensils, plates and containers. Oh, okay. All right. That's neat. Yeah. How are you doing today, Patty? I've got Savannah sleeping, so she's having her nap, and I'm just trying to get these party favors handled. Sweets also. India is famous. Let's see. So aside from the plates and containers, they give sweets also. India is famous for different kinds of sweets. That's cool. What sweet is India most famous for? And Patty says, back in her day, we didn't know about doing party favors. Yeah, I don't know when it came into fashion, Patty. But it's just one more thing. But it's a good thing. It's starting to get muggy out here in the garage, but I certainly did not want to do this in the house. I thought about it, and I was like, that's a stupid idea, Cynthia. We don't mess with potting soil in the house. Actually, I do have this little mat that goes under, like, that you put on the table or the counter, wherever you're working, so that you can use potting soil in the house, but I just didn't want to. I knew my table was already set up out here, and just kind of, it won't take us that long. Patty, what are you guys going to be up to today? Oh my goodness, A. Okay, so Bengal sweets, Ladu. I'm butchering all these words. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Jalebi, Burfi, Kaju, Katli, and so on. I have no idea if I said any of those correct or what they are, but I'm sure they're delicious. Patty says she's going to lunch with friends for her birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. That's awesome. You're going to Olive Garden. That's nice. I hope you have a really enjoyable lunch. It's my dad's birthday today, too. My dad is 75 today. And A, thanks. I know I can't, I don't speak your language, but I'm trying. Man, I almost need a fan out here. Oh, it's your friend's birthday. Yours was April 30th. Okay. And A says, if you didn't taste any of the sweets, you should try it once. I would love to try it. I'm always open to trying new foods, except for things like, have you guys ever seen some of those weird sweets that have like scorpions or like worms inside? Thanks, A. He is turning 75 today. Yeah, those kind of sweets I'm like, yeah, I would not try that. And I won't try the gross flavors of Jelly Bellies. I think they made those famous with the Harry Potter movies. A, do you know about Harry Potter? Yes, Patty, I saw that Christine's birthday is today. I always forget that they share a birthday. And A says that Indian sweets are only veg. Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that your sweets had those bugs in it. I was just saying that I've seen those in different countries, and I would not ever try those, even though I like to try new things. And you are not a fan of Harry Potter. Well, we have a good time with it, but it's been a long time since those have been out. Oh my, it's getting warm in here, guys. I can't believe I've had, oh, man, okay, so I did 70, there's 40 left. I've done 30 of these bags so far, and there's still a large amount of potting soil. You love Spider-Man. Oh, cool. I think you told me that once. Your friends are Harry Potter fans. Okay. I like both. Oh, goodness. Tonight is supposed to be family fun day at the school. It'll be in the gym, which is nice because that's air conditioned. Because it started, even though it's been cooler, it's starting to get really muggy. So it's slightly uncomfortable when it's muggy out. Last night we had some storms, but for the most part they were not severe, which I'm grateful for. Although I did hear that today we might be getting some severe weather. Hey, what are you going to be doing for the rest of the evening? I know Bella has to help at the school for the family fun night thing, so we'll be there. Even though, to be honest, I'm kind of over all the extra school activities. Like, I'm done for the year. I want to be off of school and just relax for a little bit. But it keeps the kids interested and engaged, so that's good. You'll be watching YouTube and going to bed. Well, very good. At least you can relax that way. That's nice. Hanging out with your friends on here. Appreciate it. Yesterday, the farmers sprayed the field behind the house, so I know they'll be planting probably tomorrow or the next day if it's too wet from the rain. A says it's raining outside there. So do you have a rainy season then? Like, do you get like constant rain or what? For those of you who are just tuning in, we're working on putting soil in these Ziploc bags, and then we're going to be filling or putting these inside these little bags some wildflower seeds to make our party bags. Okay, so it's summer there. It's getting ready to be summer here too. Do you have a rainy season though in India? Or not? I mean, do you just get rain randomly like we do? Patty, how's Mike doing? I haven't asked you about him in a while. How's he doing? Okay, so A is saying they're getting rain because of a cyclone in the Bay of Bengal. Wow. We had some pretty bad tornadoes over in St. Louis. He said otherwise it won't rain in the summer. Wow. Learn something new every day. Isn't it cool that we have the internet where we can talk to people all over the world and get to know them and really find out what things are like besides just reading it. Patty says since back surgery, he's been doing physical therapy and doing much better. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad to hear he's doing better, Patty. Ah. Oh, my. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. I just really enjoy these chats. It makes things so nice to be able to just relax and talk with people and get some work done at the same time. A says, Lulu, hey, good morning, friend. A says, feels very soothing when I see your live. I'm glad you enjoy it. I really enjoy meeting you guys and talking and hanging out. It's like my new friends. Lulu, I missed you the other day. I was looking for you. I am working on, Lulu says she's already went out early this morning and did some gardening. Hey, good. That's great. I'm making party bags for Savannah's birthday party. We're doing a garden party theme, and so the party favors are painting clay pots, and then this is the soil, and then we're going to put some of these wildflowers in with it. Yeah, absolutely, Lulu. I'm not kidding. Like, there's only a few of you guys that get on and watch me, which is fine because I'm just looking to make some friends on here for these chats. Like, I do make other videos. Just two, really. And so it's nice to be able to make some actual friends on here. She says, I get an A in the mom department. Thanks. I'm trying. I'm filling 70 of these bags. Oh, and Lulu, we're putting these in. So I thought that would be super cute. Aw, Patty, thank you. Lulu, so a regular time is kind of difficult because of Savannah's schedule and just sometimes other various commitments. But for the most part, I'm going to try to do it mid-morning like this between, 9:30 and 11. Sometimes it could be later. And then once this party is handled and out of the way, so starting next week, I am going to do an evening one, like for probably 30, 60 minutes, get outside and do some weeding and just do weeding chats so that I can get, some gardening done. I may have extras. I think there's like 80 in there. Like, I don't need that many, but that's how many Amazon sold me because that's how they came. So anyways, yeah, I wanted to do like some garden walks and show you guys my yard and all the stuff I've got going on. But then I thought, like weeding, that's a quiet chore where it'd be nice to talk to somebody. And so I figure I'll get on there and do it for 30 minutes or an hour or so that we can hang out in the evenings. So if that doesn't, bore people too much, that's what I'm going to do. Because, really, and this is kind of, I guess it's not really embarrassing, but the whole reason that I even started this YouTube channel, Jeanette, hi, thanks for coming. And yeah, Lulu, that is her. The whole reason I started this YouTube channel was because when my mom died of breast cancer in 2010, she was just like such a handy woman and she could do so many cool things. Patty knows because Patty was my mom's sister. And Jeanette is my cousin, so she knows about my mom too. Anyway, she was amazing and could basically do anything. And so all these various projects kind of remind me of mom. But I kind of started thinking, I would give anything for me to be able to have something of mom, besides old home movies, which we don't really have anyway, to see her walking, talking, doing the stuff that she loved, And so I thought, I'm going to make a YouTube channel, come what may, you know, like whatever, if it takes off or not. Hey, Fernando, good morning. But I just want a YouTube channel that when I'm gone, because we never know when we take our last breath, I want to, I want, I want them to be able to kind of have me with them, you know, like they can see me talking and visiting with people and doing cool things. And it's just, I don't know. So in reality, it's really kind of for them. Maybe that's morbid, but it is what it is. So Lula says, that's sad. My mom died of liver cancer about 20 years ago. Cancer is just horrible. I hate it. And yes, she was a good mom. She was a very good mom. She was always busy, always doing something. So anyway, I try to model my life after her, and I've kind of gotten to do some of the same kinds of stuff. Like she started a Christian school through our church, and so she kind of lit the fire in me that my kids needed a Christian education, and so I pushed really hard to get a Christian high school for my kids at our current school. Not just my kids, everybody's kids. But that's probably one of my biggest accomplishments. And my mom gave me the courage to do it, you know, and to push and say, hey, people, we can do this, and really get behind it and push it, bring it into existence. So she and my grandma were probably the most influential women in my life. And my grandma died, I want to say in 2012. Is that right, Patty? Was it 2012? A says she's definitely happy for you. You know, I think so. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry about this. I remember she came to me in a dream once, and she told me that she was proud of me. Patty says my mom was amazing. She was amazing. And my grandma died in 2013. So that's my bad. That makes sense because mom died when Jack was a baby, and grandma did get to see Bella. So that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Anyway. Not gonna cry. I might cry a little bit, but I'm gonna try not to cry. Anyway. Somebody talk about something else, quick. Getting this huge pile of, sorry, maybe that was loud. This bag of, these Ziploc bags of soil. And it's a good thing I brought an extra bag because we are starting to run low, even though I'm into like 20 bags left. So we've done like 50 of these. Jeanette says, is the pool ready for Levi? So the pool is open. It is clean. But I'm not going to turn the heater on until the end of May. We got a lot of cool days, and it is very pricey to heat that sucker. So I'm going to wait until it's basically really time to swim and just turn the heater on at the end of May. So, yeah. Lily says it's okay to cry. I do it all the time. I cry, you know, like, grief is weird. And I have started seeing a counselor, actually. We haven't got to talk about that yet. I mean, I've brought it up a couple times, but we haven't got to talk about it, and I don't know what that's going to be like. But because of the kids were so little, I don't think I got to grieve her because she died when Jack, my oldest, was 4 months old. Lula's asking, what is my favorite kind of food? Favorite food. Okay. Well, I love... My cat is meowing outside. I love cat. No, just kidding. Well, you got an in-ground pool. Yes, I do. And how does it heat the whole pool? It's a heater, so the water runs through it. Like once it goes through the filter, it then goes in through this heater, and it heats the water and puts it back in, and eventually the whole pool gets heated. And yes, they are super expensive. My favorite food, still trying to think what is my favorite food. I have so many. Like, I enjoy thin crust, pineapple and ham pizza. Don't kill me. My kids think that's the grossest thing. I love it. And then, like, steak wise, there is a restaurant in our area that serves goat cheese stuffed filet mignon. And it is the most heavenly thing. I can't eat it anymore because I found out that I'm allergic to goat cheese and it causes me incredible stomach pain. Patty says she's got to go get ready to go to lunch. Okay, well, have a great lunch, Patty. Tell your friend happy birthday. I love you too. We'll see ya. Bye-bye. Anyway, this goat cheese stuffed filet is probably the most heavenly type of steak I have ever had in my life. But yeah, like that's probably my favorite food. But again, I can't eat it anymore because of the severe stomach pain. So that's out. Veggie wise, I love a good roasted broccoli. I do love spicy food. I really love spicy food like kimchi. I do like different curries. Lulu says, I like my favorite food is the kind I don't cook. I don't blame you. I actually am not a big fan of cooking. It's not my favorite thing to do. You know what I figured out the other day, actually? You know how we were talking about most hated chore? It's not actually... Kimchi, I think, is Korean or Japanese. I'm not sure. I hate paying bills. That is the most hated chore for me because some of them are not set up on auto pay. And it just kills me to have to sit down and open the bills and write the checks. Like, I hate that so much. Oh, Jeanette says it's Korean. Okay, well, that's good to know. Ooh, I like sushi. Speaking of Japanese food. What's your favorite food, guys? We're almost done. There's like 11 bags left. And I'm going to have to go open that other bag of potting soil. Lulu loves Italian and French, but out here in the country we don't really get that. What's the biggest like city that's closest to you? Is it like San Francisco or LA or like what? A loves pizza and Indian food. And Lulu says her son lives on spicy food. It's just good. You know, oh guys, you know what? Savannah likes spicy food. She likes spicy and sour. I need to post it. I wonder if I could share it in a post. The other night we went out to dinner and she was fussing and we had run out of her puffs. And so we gave her a lemon, you know, because you give that to every baby at one point. You give them a lemon to see what they do. She loved it. She didn't grimace at all. You got your son doing the cooking and barbecuing. Hey, that's smart. My husband just started teaching Jack how to do the barbecuing, so that'll be nice. I do not like standing out there in the heat to do it. Okay, I'm going to have to go get that other bag. The other giant bag of potting soil. We're almost done. I can't believe I'm this far in. That's awesome. All this dust from the potting soil is kind of starting to make me cough. Lulu loves sushi. I do too. Okay. This is probably the Midwest girl in me, but I really like the ones that are like fried, like the tempura ones. Do you like those or do you like the ones that are like actually raw? A says he had steak when he visited Germany. You didn't like that taste? Really? Wow. Maybe it's an acquired taste. What kind of meat do you have in India? Is it mostly like chicken and pork or like fish or what do you guys have? Did you go to Germany for work or for vacation? Lulu says Manteca, Stockton, and Modesto Are each one of these towns about an hour away from me? And you've got Sacramento. Okay, cool. Wow. And A says it didn't have any strong spices. And they have, in India, they have chicken, mutton, which is lamb, and fish and other seafood. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to have to go there someday. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I got to get the other bag. Okay, I got this giant bag of potting soil. And you went for a work visit to Germany and Austria. That's cool. I never get to do stuff like that. Maybe one day. Should probably put this right here so it doesn't fall everywhere. Lulu says she's actually looking to move a little more in the country because I want to find property for some horses. Do you have horses? How many do you have? Or you want to get property so you can get horses? Maybe that's what you meant. I love horses. They're my favorite animal for sure. And you like both? I like, as far as like the raw sushi, I like basically like the California roll. That's pretty as adventurous as I get with that. A, you love horses? Do you live, A, in the city or the country? Oh, you know what? I love goat meat. That is really good eating. We went to a friend of ours, not Cebu, surprisingly. My husband's best friend, one of his best friends, is Indian, even though he was born here. He's of Indian heritage. And they served goat at their wedding, and oh, it was delicious. I would not mind having more of that, actually. We've got this whole tote of all of these little bags of soil. My goodness. I'll have to put all the totes in there, but I don't want to crush them either. I wonder if I shouldn't, make them, or at least wait and put the pinwheels in when we get there. A says he lives in a rural area 150 kilometers far from the city. Do you like that, A? Or do you wish you lived closer to the city? Lulu has to go. Someone's at her door and her dogs are going crazy. I hope you have a wonderful day too, and maybe I'll see you again. It's good to talk to you, Lulu. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, my goodness. We are getting there, you guys. We're getting there. It's really, really warm in here. The city, A says the city is too populated and the pollution. Your town is peaceful and I love working from home. I love that for you. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. What's the area around your home like out in the rural area? I mean, do you have mountains or forests or what is it like? Isn't that cool? I mean, I'm just thinking again how neat it is that you can be a software engineer and work from home in rural areas. You know, it's just really nice because a long time ago, people had to go to the city. Like, that's where the jobs were. You're surrounded by mountains and forests. I bet that's gorgeous. I love that. 3 left. 3 left for the potting soil. Then we'll do the tiny little bags. That's probably going to be a total pain in the butt. We're almost there. I bought a bird feeder the other day, and I thought, how fun would it be to set up a bird camera to watch these little guys, because they're so pretty and they do, so many fun things. But I didn't want it to be one that's on like an actual bird feeder. I wanted it to be one that I could stream, and I would put it outside on the greenhouse, but I couldn't find anything that would work. And I'm not so internet savvy that I could be like, oh, here, do this and this and this, and all of a sudden it works. I wish I was, but I'm not. So a bird camera, what I mean the bird camera is like, it's a camera dedicated to just watching birds at a bird feeder. I don't know if it's interesting to you guys over there, but here we have a lot of people who enjoy bird watching. And if people are homebound and they can't get out, they might find that peaceful. And so I wanted to set something up like that because we have a lot of beautiful songbirds around here. But I can't find something that would work. Hang on, I need the broom real quick. There we go. Okay. All right, now I can sit down for a minute. Yeah. Jeanette, she has a bird camera? What is it like? And A says he saw some YouTube videos on bird feeders. Yeah, that's like basically what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me put the lid on this before I start tossing it around. Okay, this has premium perennial mix, 20 different species of wildflowers. It does not talk about on here what kind it has. I'm curious. I hope these weren't a waste of money. But we can just do it and it'll be fine. You know what? I'm tired, I think, mostly because I didn't have my espresso this morning because I've been getting a stomach ache lately in the mornings, and I think that maybe that's why. So I don't know. Let's see, how many bags are here? It doesn't say. Okay, well, anyway, we'll count out 70, and that's how we'll do it. Okay, so 1 second here. 5, 6, 10. 5. 2. Jeanette, how's your crocheting going? 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's 40. 2, 3, 4, 5, 60. All right, there's 70. Okay. These are the tiniest little bags. So Naomi's asking if Savannah would like a walker thing, or does she already have one? So we have an actual walker. It's like a Jeep, which she loves. And then we also have one of those pink VTech like push things that you can, the VTech thing can come off. And it also, you can push it and walk behind it. So we do already have something like that, if that's what you were meaning. A says, do I have any automatic watering system for your plants, and how does it work? So I do, and it's fantastic. I got it from dripdepot.com. And it's amazing because you just set up, well, they have like different systems. So specifically, I did a video, if you have seen it, on the drip system on my channel, but it has like a timer, or like a faucet timer that connects to your faucet on the side of the house. And then it has different configurations that you can use to put in like hanging baskets or down in the ground. And I'm just going to do anyway, you connect it to your house however you want it, or lay it in the ground, and it just does it. And yes, it's a beehive system, and it is awesome, and you can do it from your phone. It's definitely Bluetooth. Naomi, did you text me that and then couldn't get through because I turn off notifications while I'm doing this? It's too distracting to have my phone on and all that while I'm trying to do this. I'm doing a half teaspoon of wildflower seeds in each of these little bags. Well, you can find me on here. And that's a bummer about the sleepers. That's the thing that she really needs. But that's okay. I did get her a little, like I said, a little piano thing that she can play on, and a stuffed rabbit. This shouldn't take nearly as long as the other bags. But after this, it should go really fast. I bought some address labels to kind of put on here, like on the outside of the brown bag, to have some sort of cute saying, which I forget now what I decided it should say, but it was pretty cute. Yes, so Naomi is my sister, and Patty and Jeanette are our cousin and aunt. And we live all pretty close, near to each other. Well, Patty doesn't. She lives a state away, but that's, again, a wonderful thing about the internet. We can all keep in contact like that. So it's nice to be able to hang out with people. I'm excited to see what these grow into, because like obviously Sophia's going to be doing one, and I think Bella said she would paint a pot. The boys were like, we're not painting pots. And actually it was pretty funny because I was telling Matt about the whole pot painting thing for the garden party, and I was like, don't you think that's such a good idea to paint flower pots? He's like, yeah, for girls. And I was like, okay. And I thought that was pretty funny because, yeah, like my boys do not want to paint the pots. And it's fine. It's fine. Savannah's a girl anyway. So there. But there's still going to be probably a lot of pots left over for Sophia to paint. And actually what I'm going to do with the rest of these wildflowers is the field across the road from us, the farmer said, is too small for, I mean, they used to farm it, every year, but it's just very tight for their tractors. And so what they said they were going to do is till it up one more time and plant it in wildflowers for the bees. And she said that if I wanted to, I could put some wildflowers of my own out there. And so that's actually why I bought this large container, because I knew I was going to be doing this. And so then I thought I could just take the rest of them and go sprinkle them out in the field and have, just some sort of variety. And they did list what these were on Amazon, but I totally forgot. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so party prep. We got the centerpieces done, as you all know, finally. Now we are working on the party bags. I'm picking up the food from Sam's Club on Friday. I think I have all the decorations, which we'll put together on Friday as well. No, Saturday. I'm going to go to the church and do that. And then I pick up the cake Saturday morning. And Matt's parents will be in town probably a little before the party, but I really won't see them for a while. I'll see them probably at the party. And then it should be good. And Christian gets confirmed the next day. And then everybody leaves. And party season is over for me, which will be nice. I am so ready to just get into the swing of things and get outside and get the weeding done, because that's going to take weeks. You know, I mean, it always does. I mean, it takes weeks without distraction, and I'm working, you know, hours upon hours a day because I'm, you know, was overly ambitious and made like 6 different flower beds. My garden is a lot smaller this year. You're all rounder. I know. But my garden is a lot smaller this year because we switched from in-ground to raised bed. So we've definitely scaled that back. But some of the flower beds are out of control. Hey, are you able to plant a garden there or not? And Jeanette, have you started your mowing for the year? I know you do that a lot. Or are you still going to do it? Besides like your folks' house or something. Aren't these just cute? They're just adorable. A says not now. He needs to ready his land first. Cool. If you had a garden, what kinds of things would you grow? It's not in good condition right now. Rocks and gravel, sure. Yep. We have a lot of rocks in ours too, but it's still pretty decent. This year I'm growing basil, rosemary, oregano, chives, onions, tomatoes, peppers, strawberries. Your sister planted a guava tree and some herbs. That would be so cool. I have an olive tree that I bought for our anniversary one year. And it's just kind of hung on in a pot inside the house because it can't go outside. It's a small space, like 5 by 5 feet. You could grow a lot in that though. Have you ever looked into square foot gardening? And have you ever considered putting like compost and other various organic materials like on that patch of rocks and kind of building up the soil? You have a vast space, but filled with rock and gravel. Yeah, well, it might be a lot. Although, do you have any livestock in your area? He said, yeah, but you need a push start. What's a push start? I told you I'm a lazy person. Well, get on it. That's okay. It is a lot of work. Especially if you're already working full time, it can just add to it. But it does get to be pretty relaxing. No livestock, but your grandma had cows. Cool. I like cows. We have a lot of cows in our area too, but mostly it's just farm ground. She sold out a long time ago. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's exhausting, but it's okay. We'll get it done. It has to be done. We're going to run out of time if we don't because of all this end of year school stuff too. Do you think you would ever get livestock? A says his grandparents are cultivating rice. Hey, random guy, how you doing? It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. We're making party favor bags for Savannah's birthday. So I've already filled 70 Ziploc bags with potting soil. And now we're putting in wildflower seeds into these tiny little bags to go along with painting pots for Savannah's party. Painting flower pots. So that's what I'm doing. And A says, you're not going to have livestock because it's very hard to maintain. It is. It's so much work. We're getting chickens, baby chickens, again on July 1st. We had chickens and ducks, but they just got too old. And also something got my chickens. And I think that it was a fox because my brother told me the other day that he found in the little town that we live in, he found a bunch of black chicken carcasses. Well, we had black chickens. We had the Jersey Giants, the black ones. And so anyway, he found those. And so I think that's what got my chickens. But we finally got rid of our ducks and gave them to a friend of mine because she has a pond and they are so much happier out there. So, and it was just time. So A is asking if it's common to see a fox in our garden. It is not that common. We do have them around here and it's always exciting to see, but they still are predators and they will kill your livestock. So it's like cool, but it's also like not cool. But mostly the predators around here are raccoons, possums, coyotes, dogs. If dogs are loose, they can get in and kill your chickens. But I don't think my dogs would let that happen. Hawks will come and take your chickens from the sky. So anyway, I like to buy the heavy breed of chickens, which I am getting light Brahmas because they're a heavy bird and it makes it harder for the hawks to pick them up. But they don't free range very well, so they need to stay in their run, which is basically a fence that they are kept in, and their coop is inside that. And then we close them up every night so the raccoons and possums don't get in there and kill them because they kill them just for fun. Yeah, exactly. Chicken burger. But yeah, so July 1st, Savannah and Sophie and Bella and I are going to go down to Lebanon, Missouri, and get some baby chicks. And I think we're getting like a dozen of them, and we're getting one rooster. And that way we will have eventually have fertilized eggs so we can hatch more chicks, which will be very exciting. And yeah, so we'll be raising baby chicks and eventually have eggs again, which will be nice. Because right now we got to buy eggs at the store, which is fine. I mean, the price has definitely gone down. I'm not complaining. But our eggs are just so much better. And they're so much better tasting. So you're excited too? Good. I'll have to show you guys we'll do check on the chicks chat. You guys don't even know. I have so much work to do. And, the kids help. But there's a lot. And A is asking if the smell is very bad. It isn't. No. So the smell of livestock is all in how you take care of them. if you're taking care of them badly, then yeah, they're gonna stink. But there are things that you can do to minimize the smell, and you shouldn't have that. Like, so for example, I have used sand as a litter for the chickens. I have used wood chips, and I've also used straw, which does start to stink after a while. And in the run, when it gets rainy, if it's super rainy and gets really muddy in there, it does not have it that will smell, because like they poop outside in their enclosure, and then that mixes in with the rain and that stinks. But once it dries out, it doesn't smell. But inside the coop never smells. So and no, it's really not a lot of maintenance. Like sand, it's not at all. You basically imagine kitty litter. You get like a kind of a scoop like that, but larger because it's a larger chicken coop. And the sand falls right through, and the droppings dry out. Like the sand dries them out somehow. And it's been great. Jeanette says, I need a mobile pen so I can drag them all over the yard. I know, I want one. I need to have Jack build me one. Because, see, that's what I was going to say. So they have to stay in the run, which is, again, their fence, because these birds, it's all different breeds, different personalities. These birds do not free range very well, which means they're too stupid and they won't come back. So you'll lose them like that. So they have to stay in the fence, which is fine. Like if that's all they ever know, whatever. She said they wouldn't be hard to put rollers on it. I know, I want that too. I just need to have him do it because it's like, I don't know. It's good for him to learn, and I don't have time to do that too. I thought about trying to buy one, but they're just really expensive. So I'm not really going to do that. But it would be ideal, yeah, because they eat mosquitoes, they eat all sorts of bugs, beetles. They love the Japanese beetles that I had in, I don't know if you guys saw that video where the Japanese beetles were going crazy in the trap. The chickens and the ducks loved those. And they just went to town on them. Like, it was crazy. Jeanette, you could probably build it in your sleep. They are vile. The Japanese beetles, they're the worst. I got rid of a lot of my roses because of them. Like, it's just too much because I don't want to spray. You know, that spray is bad too. It's horrible for your body. So, anyway. Yes, hey, they are crazy. It was, but you know what? Everybody was like, oh, you're attracting them from all around. Oh, you know, you're just bringing them to your yard. Well, it doesn't actually do that. Like, it might attract them from like 600 feet away, which is kind of far, but it's also not in the country. And I viewed it as every one of those that died because they got in that trap are ones that didn't lay eggs or eggs and make larvae or whatever. You know, like it's actually good. Like I think over the few years, it would actually help lessen the pressure. Yeah, the ducks enjoyed the beetles, but we do not know. Exactly, Jeanette. That's what I'm saying. But boy, people like freaked out about that. Look at that. My mascara's running because I got so hot in here. Ugh, sorry. Exactly. They don't reproduce. And then, you know, I think eventually, I know that there's still millions out there, but it just lessens the bug pressure, I think. But yeah, people went crazy on that. They still send me comments like, oh, you're just attracting them, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I thought it was cool that I got so many. Okay, guys, we've got just about like 24 of these left, and then we'll put them together, and it'll be great. You guys are so sweet to sit in here and visit with me while we do this. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Jeanette, do you have any big plans today? was thinking it was Saturday and that you might have a live, but it's not. It's not Saturday. It's Tuesday. What is that? Can't even get my act together, knowing what day it is. Nap and then live. Good. Maybe I'll catch you on there if I'm ever done with these. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for her birthday, but I can't wait to be done with all the party planning. And Jeanette, you go live every day. Awesome. I hope to do that, but sometimes I just can't with schedule and depending on how Savannah's doing. Knock on wood, she's been doing pretty good here lately. I hope we can stay healthy through the party and not get sick, or her basically, not get sick. I think we're going to take Dad out for his birthday on Thursday. Jeanette says she's got to set up some blocks for the kids that don't know what no means. Oh yeah, for sure. Some of those kids on there do get a little annoying with their constant begging for attention. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Oh my. We are almost done. And then we'll put them all together and it'll be so cute. I still need to make the tags, like print off the little address labels that I got, but it's going to like say something cutesy for her party. And then they'll be officially done once we get them all packed up. Jeanette says, why, after I say no 5 times, I'm not accustomed to the sass back. No kidding. That would be so obnoxious. And you don't want to block them because they're on there enjoying your channel and everything. But I could tell one time that I was like, she's getting irritated, but they don't know because they don't know her. But no, but I can block that kind of question. Yes, you can. Hey, did we lose you? There you are. Why don't I try seed balls next time? You know, that is a great idea. And I was also thinking, I always like to do crafts, but I never really have time. Maybe, you know, this could be a time where I can just sit down and do a little craft like that. Because I love doing stuff that's, you know, for nature and the animals and birds and I don't know. It'd be cool too because I could post about it with my bird feeders. Yes, and you don't want to be mean to them. I understand. I wouldn't want to be mean to them either. Oh no, it spilled. Oh, I've kind of spilled quite a bit over here. It's like a stick in here. Look at that. That is not a wildflower seed, I'm pretty sure. I hear Savannah. Jeanette says she's got to go. About time to drive home. Okay, well, bye, Jeanette. Love you. We'll see you later. I will be right back. I'm going to go get Savannah and take her into Christian, so hang tight. Can you show the seed one? Can you show one seed to the camera? Is it like sunflower seeds? Okay, no, there are not sunflower seeds in here. Love you, Jeanette. Bye. Let's see. Can you see that without me spilling it? I don't know if you can see that or not. And then here's some cool ones. Like, I'm not sure what these are. Ah, it's out of focus. Well, I don't know. Anyway, it's got this like little cool tail. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Savannah's awake. Savannah, did you wake up, pretty baby? You want to come say hi to our friends before we go inside and hang out with Christian? Come here. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go say hi. Here she is. I would hold her so she could help me, but she would not be a help. So hang on. Christian, here's Savannah. She needs a diaper change, please. All right, I'm getting closer to being done, but not quite yet. Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, definitely different from sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are huge. I'm just excited to see what they are, though. And I'm really excited to see what the farmer plants across the road, because I am all about like saving the honeybees and stuff. And around here, we are just like inundated by conventional farming. Conventional farming meaning they spray Roundup on everything and kill it off, and then they plant their crops and put in fertilizer. Whereas, in my opinion, this is my opinion, if they focused on regenerative farming, you know, like planting cover crops and tilling those into soil and, you know, improving their soil, they would have a lot better outcome. But I only know of my family, my brothers, that do that. I mean, no, there is an organic farmer I know of around here. He probably does that, but like, I just wish everybody would, because all these herbicides and pesticides that they spray are very, very, very bad. And I don't like them being around my home and my garden and, you know, everything like that, because like then we're breathing in those horrible toxic chemicals, and it's bad news. Hey, 4 left. Then we'll put the bags together. Almost done with this part. What did you have for dinner? Those of you who are nighttime, I see we've got some more friends here. Hey, what did you have for dinner? I had a protein shake for breakfast. That's about it. You had a crepe. Oh, cool. Very cool. Was it a certain flavor? Like it was like fruit, or what do you put on your crepes? Okay, all right, that was the last one of the wildflower mix. So now we're going to take these little bags, and no, it's not sweet as other countries. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to take a bag of soil, put it down in here, and then a bag of the wildflowers and the pinwheel. And then that is it. That's what it's going to look like. It'll have a little label over here once I make those, but I'll have to do those later. Okay. So let me see. I need to do 70. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. But they are really cute spinners. A says it's not sweet, it's served with vegetable gravy. That sounds really good. Okay. We'll just do 10 at a time, and then I can let you guys go if you want. No need for you to have to sit here while I do all 70 unless you want to. So you let me know. I can stay on here, or I'll do 10 and end the live stream for you if you want to. It's up to you. Oh no, dropped one. They're just such cheery spinners, you know? Here we call them pinwheels or spinners. I grew up calling them pinwheels. A says he's not busy now. Go on with the live stream. Okay. Well, I don't mind hanging out if you don't mind hanging out with me, which you clearly don't because you come to hang out with me just about every time, which I appreciate. It's very nice to have somebody to talk to. I need to find a tote to put all of these in. They're not that heavy, actually. I don't think they would hurt anything if they kind of sat on top of each other. A calls it a little windmill. That is what they're like. That is true. A, you were telling me once about your sister. What does she do? Tell me more about her. What's she like? Nine. Okay, there's our first 10. All right, I'm going to remove all these bags of the soil. That way I can use this tote to put these in. A says she's a degree holder. She's doing embroidery work at home. That's right. You did tell me that. You, your sister, your dad, and your mom are your family. That's wonderful. Do you guys all live together? Look at all these bags of soil. That's crazy. Okay, now we'll put these, and you all live together. That is very nice. Okay, this tub is definitely not going to hold 70 gift bags. So I don't want to make them like too heavy and crush them at all. But we'll get quite a few in there at the very least. Oh no. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. That's 10. Five. 10. Okay. If I need to go to the office, I will stay in the city while you work there. That's cool. It's nice that you have that flexibility. I know, I did do all the packets. You sat here and watched me do all these packets. It is a lot. And we've already put in 12 bags. So we've already taken off 12 of them. And then we did all the little packets of the wildflower seeds. You basically helped. See, this is why it's nice to be able to do this work with friends and have somebody to talk to. It's so boring having to do it by yourself. And actually, I'm kind of finding, because before I started doing this, you know, like I was listening to a lot of podcasts and a lot of news and everything, and sometimes the news is so depressing that it's just like, I don't even want to listen to this anymore. It's the same stuff all the time. And at least with you guys, it's like, you know, like human connection. It's really nice. I was going to put in Hershey Kisses in all of these, but I forgot to pick them up. A is asking what kind of movies I watch. Well, so I differentiate between movies and like shows, like TV shows. So I don't watch a whole lot of movies unless it's something with the family. But TV shows that I'm into are like mysteries. I love that stuff. But I've loved that since I was a kid, you know, like I think it reminds me of when I was little and running around having our mystery club. So I think I would have made a good, well, I like to think I would have made a good investigator because I do see patterns and things like that. But I don't think I could handle the kind of stuff they actually see, like with criminals and people getting hurt. Like, I don't think I could actually handle that. Do I love thrills? Like thrillers? No. For me, when you're saying that, it's making me think of like scary movies. I don't like scary movies. I don't like a lot of romance movies either because they're kind of cheesy and it's like always the same, you know. What kind of movies do you like? You love sci-fi. Okay, cool. What's your favorite sci-fi? Western, okay. All right, there's 10 more. We'll put those in the container. Found a bag of soil that we dropped on the floor. Interstellar is an all-time favorite. Cool. I'm not familiar with that one. Who's your favorite Western star? Okay. Huge fan of Nolan movies and Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Clint Eastwood is awesome. All right, I think I'll only be able to put in one layer on top of these anyway, so it probably won't be too heavy. But still, I don't really like doing that. It's a good thing I had a big Amazon shipment, so I have more boxes to put these in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You saw The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? That's a good movie. I'm not familiar with Dollar Trilogy. I think of all the Westerns I like. This was after Clint Eastwood's time, though. Have you seen Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer in it? That is, you know what? That's my favorite movie, Tombstone. It's a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly encourage you to check it out. I think you'll like it. It's very Western. You recently watched The Godfather? That's a good series too. I like The Godfather. They didn't mess around in those movies. They did not mess around. These are such good quality spinners. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a decent size plastic or decent thickness. Like it's a nice spinner. I really like this. I'm very happy with the quality. Goosebumps. So that's a series. Yeah, it's very good quality. That's a series here. Is that what you're meaning? It's kind of like a little bit of a scary series, but it's also a little bit cheesy, a little silly. It's very good. Okay. Yeah. I used to watch those when I was a kid. They're pretty good. I say that they're such good quality, and then look, I think we'll set this one to the side. I don't know if it matters. Well, I don't think they're going to come out, but I'll take those off. There we go. A little better. All right, so we've done 20. We're working in the 30s. Forgot what I was doing for a second there. I'm like, what am I doing with all this? Mario Puzo did a great work. Who is that, a director or who is that? I am getting hungry for lunch, but I am not going in until these are done. Oh, he wrote The Godfather. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, because I haven't read the book or the books, but I've watched the movies, and those are very, very good. I would say like cinematic masterpieces. Not that I'm a professional, not that I know what I'm talking about. Matt would know more about like the cinematography and stuff like that. He really likes movies. But most of the time, like, I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I'll watch those mystery shows when I'm winding down, about ready to go to sleep. What's your most favorite movie? Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that one. Jack Sparrow. He's such a funny character. I guess I don't need to pick these little things off, but they're bugging me a little bit, so I'm going to do it anyway. Johnny Depp is great. He's so funny. After I get this tote full, I'll have to go into the house and open up one of those big Amazon boxes so that we can put some more in there. Okay. All right, that was 30. Now we're into the 40s. Don't let me lose count. You did watch those movies multiple times, and I don't get bored of them either. They're really funny. I think you would like Tombstone. You should look into that one. I don't think you would get bored of that one either. Oop, had 11 there. Let me just recount. Yep, there's 10. Okay, so this is the 40s. I think you'll like it. I do think you'll like it. This will be so great to have all of these done. Oh, that one's bent. I'm not going to use that one. There's so many of them in here, it's not even going to matter if I, set one aside. Hey everyone, welcome to the chat. We're putting together party favor bags if you are new. We've got potting soil, wildflower seeds, and pinwheels because my daughter's first birthday is a garden party theme. And we're going to be painting flower pots. So in case some of you are new and don't know, that's what we're up to. And just basically hanging out. Because this is pretty boring to do all by yourself. That one's bent too. It's not going to be surprising to me because we're getting down to like halfway in the box. So, A's asking, I bet you don't like the Quentin Tarantino movies. His stuff is kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of weird. I don't like freaky movies like that. Like mind-bending type stuff. It's like, woo, yikes. Okay, here's a question for you. Storms, do you like them? Do you not like them? Like, and now I'm talking big storms, scary storms, in my opinion. I used to love storms before I had kids. Now I don't like them. So let me know. What do you think? We have had so many storms this year already that it's been pretty weird, to be honest. You don't like any disasters. I don't like disasters either. Not at all. And it's gotten to where, like, since the kids, that I just get, like, too freaked out, and we go to the basement. But, like, when I was younger, you know, hearing the thunder and the lightning, and, I mean, you can't hear lightning, but, like, hearing the thunder and listening to the rain, like, it was great. But now after having kids, I just think about, you know, making sure that they're safe, and if we were to get a tornado, getting them to safety. Like, I can't imagine the people who live in the path of hurricanes, because, like, I don't know. I feel like you flee, you evacuate, but you don't know what you're going to be coming back to. You know, like, your whole house could be destroyed. It's the same, I guess, for tornadoes and stuff, but you know what's going to be totally crazy? Is if I don't have 70 of these or these, and I have to make more. Okay, so you don't like big storms. Do you like, if you were going to be, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? All right, that's 40. I'm gonna have to go get another box so we can keep going, because we are almost there. Innsbruck, Austria, or Switzerland? Why? Why do you like those places? I'll be right back. Let me know. All right, we've got another large box. A says, Innsbruck is heaven. Good-looking girls, mountains, snow, nature, glacier, and river, cool-looking buildings. Very good answer. Very good. That is a pretty cool reason to want to live there. I think, let me think, if I could live anywhere, hang on, I got to count 10 more bags. Let me think about it here. Okay. I think I would probably pick Florida if it didn't have, like, hurricanes, because I love the beach, I love the ocean and the sound of it. Like, that for me is just, it's so relaxing. You'd like to settle there? Do you think, is that a goal of yours? Like, do you think you will do it eventually? Florida does have cyclones. We call them hurricanes here. But yes, they do, and that scares me because I'm scared of the big storms. I love the mountains too. And I thought about even Tennessee, because I want to stay inland. I'm not really a big fan of, like the east or west coast. Uh-oh. Yep, there they are. I was wondering, I couldn't remember if I put the wildflower season or not. Tennessee has mountains and it's close to the ocean, so you could go anytime you want, which would be nice. What about you guys in the chat? Where would you want to live and why, if you could live anywhere you wanted? Oh no, we've got another bent one. A says, I'm having a question bugging in my mind. Don't get me wrong if the question is wrong. Why all Jesus statues are with the cross? Okay, so you're asking specifically if you're seeing a cross with Jesus on it, or you're seeing an empty cross representing Jesus. Okay, in the churches. So I'm thinking you're talking about kind of something like a crucifix. And we have those to remind us of what Christ went through to save us from our sins. So it reminds us of the crucifixion and of his death. It also reminds us that he's not there, which is also why we have empty crosses in our church as well. Reminds us that he's not here, or he's not there. He's not dead. He's risen. So that is why we have those. And it's not a wrong question. You can ask me anything like that, and I'll do my best to answer. I may not always have a perfect answer. Oh my goodness, look at that poor guy. But I would do my best. We're up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are kind of smushed. And I think there's only 70 in here, so I really hope the rest of these aren't smushed. Not 70, I think there's 80 in there. If you have any other questions like that, I'm happy to try to answer them too. So A says his network was bad and he lost my answer. Okay, so basically what I was saying is the reason we have crucifixes, which are the crosses with Jesus on them, in our churches, is to remind us of the suffering that Christ went through to save us from our sins. And then sometimes you will see empty crosses in the churches as well, and that's to remind us that he is risen. Yep. And like I was saying, if you have any other questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Okay. That was 40. This is 50. All right, so we got 50. So now we'll be into the 60s here next. You're welcome. Hey, Fernando. I'm good, thanks. I'm trying to get these party favor bags done for Savannah's birthday party. How are you doing? Guys, I lost track. Was that 50 or 40? I want to say that was 50? Was it 50? I don't know. Are we already at 50? Like we already did the 50? Like, so now we should be on like 60? A says, I thought that is painful to see him with the cross. Leaves a heavy heart when I see Jesus. Well, it's a reminder. It's a reminder because that cross is something that was inflicting pain on him because of our sins. He went to the cross because of our sins. He did it for us. And so, maybe this isn't like the best, most eloquent answer, but you should rejoice knowing that you have a Savior. So it's not something to be sad about unless you're being convicted and knowing that, my sins put him there. Your sins put him there. But he defeated sin and death and the devil and rose again. And he lives again in heaven with God, his Father. And so it's something to rejoice over now. Okay, I think that was 40, 50. I think this is the 60s. Or we'll just keep going until we've got all the the potting soil done. This one wants to stick. We won't use that one unless we have to. A says, in Rio, the Jesus statue is there without the cross. And I got this question. Thanks for answering. Yeah, it's because they're representing of him being risen from the dead, and then also perhaps the ascension into heaven, where he goes and sits at the right hand of God our Father. And you are very welcome. I will do my best to answer any of those questions whenever I can. Have you been to Rio? I haven't been there. I've been to Mexico and the Caribbean, England, and Scotland. Has Savannah had her lunch? I don't know if Christian's giving her lunch yet or not. But I haven't had my lunch. I'm hungry. Oh, you saw it on the internet? Yep. Yeah, that's the only way I've seen it too. Hope everybody has fun at this party. I think they will. Party's always lots of work. A little black speck on there. Here we go. Oh, did I put the wildflowers in there? Yep. Is it pretty late over there for you, eh? I'm worried I'm going to keep you up and then you won't be prime for work. I wonder if there's a place that I could take these to the church and just leave them. That's okay. We'll just take it all on Saturday. It's late, but it's okay. You go to sleep at midnight. I could not handle that. I put Savannah to sleep around 7 to 7:30 in the evening, and I fall asleep around like 9 with her. So I just can't do it anymore. Like I get up at about like 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes earlier if I can't sleep. But I can't stay up late like that anymore. I'm too old. I wonder if I could put like a heat gun on these. That one's bent too. If I could put like a heat gun on them to kind of soften the plastic and reshape it a little bit. That's a good one. Okay, well, we've got 10 left after this. So we counted correctly. You don't wake up early in the morning. You woke up at 8 a.m. That could be early for some people. Christian has been sleeping till 10 a.m., which is way too late. I'd say get up and get busy. I hope these don't crush. Oh, that would make me sad if they did. He's young, though. He doesn't have a job to get to. So I guess it's okay if he sleeps in for a little while. Uh-oh. We're going to have to get 10 more in there. That's okay. We'll do it. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine, guys. Just fine. You do the same on weekends? I can't. I cannot sleep in on weekends anymore. I mean, aside from Savannah, but like, I just get bored, I'm like, let's get up, let's get going, do some fun stuff. Okay, there's 10. You know what I just realized is I'm going to have to take all of these bags back out to put the labels on. I should have just done that. And then it would be completely done and I wouldn't have to think about it anymore. That's a good one. But I didn't. Your mom wakes up early too? Yeah, moms are built different. We got to get going. We can't be sitting around. We got things to do. We've got things to do. I planned for a little bit extra in case anyone who didn't tell me they were coming decides to show up at the last minute, then I'll have something for them. A says, salute to all the moms around the world. Ah, that's sweet of you. Thank you. We work hard, but dads do too. Dads work pretty hard too. Ah, this one, look at that. It's broken. Doesn't want to go. If we can just finish these up with having enough of the good spinners, then we will be good to go. I don't know about that one. It's not great. Maybe we'll keep that one. I hear Savannah. She's starting to get fussy. I won't have very long after we get this done. Yes, dads too. Absolutely. We're almost there, you guys. And there's only 2 left in the bottom there. One of them's bent. They both might be bent. I don't know. We may have to just call it a day if these are not good. Let's see. This one's a little bent too. Not too bad, I guess. We've only got 3 left. We'll have to go through these and find out which ones of the ones we set aside, which ones are any good, because this one, look at that. That's pretty. I mean, it does spin, I guess, but I don't know. I guess it spins. I guess it's okay. Do I do the same for every party? Do I put this much effort into every party? I do not. I do not. So here with my kids, we do what's called like milestone years. So we'll do a big party for 1, which is, this is Savannah's first year. We do a big party for 5 and 10. We do a party for 5 and 10 and 13. 16, and then probably like 18 or so. This one, I wonder if I could, it's just kind of like, see how like backwards it is? It's just not great. I don't really want to use that one. Come on, I just need 2 more. Okay, that one's pretty good. There's this one. 1 more. I definitely could not do this for every party because that one spins okay. Well, here we go. Because it's just been very costly, you know. Yep, this is the last one. Thanks for sticking around to the end. My goodness. Hey, I appreciate that so much. It's been nice to have somebody to talk to. Now if we can just get all these in here. I don't want to crush them, but I don't want to have to take a bunch of tiny little boxes either. I'll show you what we've got here in a second. Okay. You guys are going to think I'm nuts. Watch this. Look at that. That is a lot. And no, it was definitely not as messy as the balloon stuff. Thank God. Oh, that was, whew. I don't ever want to do that again. Anyway, okay, I have got to get in there. It is lunchtime. Savannah needs food. I need food. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. It's super fun to talk to you, and I hope you have a good day. So I'll see you later. Get some sleep. Bye.